Hi guys, I'm Tammy, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the My Fragrance Personality tag by Simply Ayesha. So if you're interested to see what my fragrance personality is, then just keep watching. So today I am doing the My Fragrance Personality tag started by Simply Ayesha here on YouTube, and as soon as I saw her video, I knew that I wanted to do this tag video because instantly my brain just started swirling with what I would answer. And she said that anyone can do it. You don't have to be tagged. So I tagged myself and I'm doing it. So Ayesha's first question was, what is your boss babe scent? And I've seen someone else in all of these videos name this fragrance as their boss babe scent. And I already knew it was going to be mine. Because when I put this fragrance on, I'm telling you, I feel so confident. I feel like I am the most high-powered executive like in the country. I don't know. Like there's something about it that it just makes me feel powerful and like a boss and like a babe. And it's okay to be both. You can be a boss and you can still feel like you look gorgeous and you're a babe. And this is a fragrance that makes me feel that way. And you guys, I do need the full size, but this is Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25 by Kayali. Oh, wow. Oh, I already feel it coming on. I already feel the boss babe coming on. When I sniff this, you guys. Okay, do you remember Wonder Woman? And she would spin around and go from regular Linda or whoever she was. I don't think it was Linda, but she goes from regular woman to Wonder Woman just by spinning around. That's what this does. This turns me from plain Jane old Tammy to boss babe Tammy. So what's my scent of the day? What is my scent? What did I put on this morning? Oh, Jardins de Misva. Okay, this would match with this, so I can wear this. Let me see if spraying this on makes me turn from regular Tammy to boss babe Tammy. Here we go. I hope you're not trying to undermine my authority, Gary. I will be taking this straight to corporate. So as you can see, this works. This is a boss babe scent. So Ayesha's second question is, what is your go-to bedtime scent? And I am one of those frag heads that wears a scent to bed almost every night. For quite a while, my go-to scent was Ariana Grande Moonlight. This is just a very pretty, sweet, marshmallowy scent. It has vanilla, it has amber and sandalwood, it has peony. It's very, very pretty. But what I really love about it is it has plum and blackcurrant, and the plum in this is done the way that I like plum to be done. When I eat a plum, to me it's just juicy and sweet and purpley. A lot of fragrances take plum and they make it very harsh and synthetic and cough syrupy, and I don't like plum done that way. I like plum done the way it's done in Moonlight. So I usually shower at night. So I could use my Moonlight bath and shower gel, and I could use my Moonlight lotion, and then I can layer up with the Moonlight perfume, and I'm set for bed. But lately I've been reaching for Fleur Missing Person more often. There's something about it that I just truly love. And now I have the lotion so that I can have my nighttime shower. I can layer it with the lotion, and then I can spray the Missing Person perfume on. So this has both musk and white musk. There's Australian sandalwood and white woods. So you see where this is going. It's a very woody, musky, relaxing scent. There's some really pretty florals in here. It has orange blossom. I don't really pick that up, but it has cyclamen. It has jasmine and neroli. It's just a very your skin but better, beautiful, cozy, comforting, relaxing bedtime scent. And so this is the one I've been reaching for more often. Moonlight is still kind of my backup go-to scent, but Missing Person is my current go-to bedtime scent. Okay, question number 3, my hug in a bottle scent. This was a really hard one for me because I have so many fragrances that just feel like a warm, cozy hug for me. I love powdery fragrances, and to me, those are the huggiest of all. But I had to narrow it down, and I decided to go with the Musk by Essential Parfums. As soon as I ever smelled this one, Originally all I had was a dabber bottle, the little tiny dabber of this. And I remember wearing it one day in the winter, and every time my hand kind of went by my face, I was like, I feel like I was being hugged, and I just felt like hugging myself. I'm serious, this does feel like a hug. So this has musk and sandalwood, kind of the classics, but it has ginger. I'm noticing that a lot of the perfumes that I love and are my favorite perfumes do have ginger. This also has beeswax, which makes it super interesting. It just does kind of give it that waxy, thick feeling. And there's also lavender, which is a very relaxing scent. This is just the fuzziest, wuzziest, coziest, schmoziest hug of a fragrance. I absolutely love this one. Question number 4, my secret weapon of mass seduction. I really don't need any help seducing my husband. In fact, I can just walk by in a ponytail, no makeup, and pajamas, and I have succeeded in seducing him. But there are certain perfumes that when I spray them on, he'll chase me down, find what room I'm in, follow me, and compliment me nonstop. It's like, oh, you smell so good. So probably the top one in that category is actually discontinued. Well, it was a limited time release. It was a summer release by Sol de Janeiro, and it was Tropical Nights. This one has loads of vanilla, and I think that's probably what he loves about it. He's a real vanilla fan. He loves anything that smells like cake or a cookie or some sort of dessert. The only notes that were listed for this were vanilla absolute, tonka bean, and jasmine. I tend to love vanilla and jasmine combos, so I actually do like this one. A lot of times fragrances like this can be too sweet for me, too overwhelming, too cloying, and this one actually passes the Tammy test of like not being too sweet. Okay, so if you don't have this, just use Black Opium Le Parfum. Not regular Black Opium, although if that works for you, go for it. But what I'm saying is Black Opium Le Parfum has 3 types of vanilla. It has Madagascar vanilla, bourbon vanilla, and vanilla absolute. It also has jasmine like Tropical Nights, but there's orange blossom, there's pear, there's cinnamon, there's patchouli. I think there's coffee in this one as well. But all in all, this one gives you the same vibe. And if I were to spray this on, my husband would appear here in the room no matter where he was on the island. Right now, he's 15 minutes down the other end of the island golfing. It's a gorgeous fall day. He's down there golfing with his friends. If I spray this, literally I'm gonna blink and he's gonna be standing beside me because, guys, I don't know. It just does it for him. Question number 5, what is a scent that you never wear but you cannot part with it? So here's one that I really don't wear. I think I've maybe worn it once in the past 2 or 3 years since I've had it. So I don't wear it, but I could never part with it because it is called Danny, and that is my daughter's name. So this is actually meant to smell like Gabrielle by Chanel, not Gabrielle Essence. I believe it's actually meant to smell like the original Gabrielle. So this fragrance really isn't my style of fragrance that I usually wear. It's a very light, citrusy, kind of elegant summertime fragrance. It is really nice, but I have Danielle's name tattooed on my arm, but I always called her Danny. And most of us in the family did call her Danny. Her friends are the ones that sort of started that nickname for her. I don't know, when I found this perfume and I saw the name Danny, I was just like, nothing could stop me. I had to have this. It's very affordable, and if you like Gabrielle by Chanel, you might really like this, but I would never part with this. And it is nice. It is a nice scent, but I would never ever part with it because of the name Danny, even though I don't wear it. Question number 6, what is one of your favorite fragrances that you just don't wear enough? And for me, that was the instant one that came to my mind was Jo Malone Dark Amber and Ginger Lily. So, oh yes, I love it so much. This is one of my favorites, you guys, but I barely ever wear it. I look at it, I'll be like, why don't I wear you? I don't know. It is beautiful. It would put you in mind. It would put you a little bit in mind of Crystal Noir. It's kind of like purpley, dark, woody, sexy. It's a little bit fruity, floral. It's a little bit of everything, but it's just, oh, I love this scent. I don't know why I don't wear it more often. I really need to. I do wear it some, but not nearly often enough for how much I love it. So this has ginger, black cardamom, pink pepper. I'm noticing that I'm really liking that note in a lot of perfumes lately too. And the ginger, like I mentioned, this also has ginger, water lily, orchid, jasmine, rose, sandalwood, black amber, Kyara incense, patchouli, and leather. I didn't even realize I liked incense, but I like the Kyara incense, or Kiara. I don't know how to really pronounce it. Yeah, I mean, I do wear it, some, but not nearly enough for it being one of my favorites. So that is my answer for that question. Question number 7, what perfume would you recommend to a beginner that still wants to smell unique? So when I was thinking of an answer to this, and this was a little bit harder question for me, I wanted it to be something affordable, because if you are a beginner, you're not going to spend, you know, $200 on a fragrance. You're just a beginner. You're still learning what you like. So I wanted to be something that could be really likable, but is very different. So I chose Rare Tiffany by Afnan. This one does have some really likable notes in it, like vanilla and caramel. And there's some florals in here that I think most people could get along with. There's rose and jasmine, which are pretty classic. There's ylang ylang, which, so you're branching out a little bit. You're a beginner, but you're just starting to step into some other florals. There's musk and sandalwood, which are pretty classic notes. So you're probably used to those by now if you're a beginner. But there's also ginger and pink pepper. So there's a little bit of spiciness. There's a little bit of everything. Now, this does smell very, very different to me. It's very Middle Eastern. It almost smells like it has oud or something very unusual to my nose. But what gave me the confidence to recommend this to a beginner is that there have been 2 people that I have taken up to my perfume closet. We've been sniffing perfumes and they have been drawn to this one. This was pretty much their favorite of like 100 perfumes that they sniffed. So I know that this is a likable fragrance, and maybe it's just my nose that's picking up something really weird. So that's why I chose it as something that would make you smell unique for sure. So Rare Tiffany by Afnan is my choice for a beginner who wants to smell unique. So question number 8, what's a perfume that you love that everyone else hates? Easy. Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. I've heard so much hate for this fragrance, and maybe you love it. Maybe you agree with me. When I first smelled this, I smelled it as the hair mist. I remember purchasing it from Sephora, and I wore it to bed one night and it disturbed me all night long, and I thought, oh, I'm not keeping this. It's too much. My husband actually loved it on me, but I was like, it's too overwhelming. I could never do this. So I did return that hair mist, but I ended up later on in my perfume journey purchasing this. Look at the sprayer on that. This is really decadent to me. Imagine every decadent note you've ever heard of. I can't even think of what notes are in it, but I bet I could name every decadent note I could think of and they'll be in it. Let's go. Cacao, coffee, vanilla, jasmine, tuberose. Imagine there's sandalwood. Maybe there's caramel. Like there's just every deep, dark, sexy, sweet note is in Good Girl. And you do hear a lot of hate about this, but I don't care. I like it. This is just rich and decadent, sweet and beautiful. I love it. Question number 9, what's an overhyped perfume that you own? Well, I just went with what is a hyped perfume that you own, because I have a fragrance here that is hyped, but to me it's not overhyped because I really love it, and it's Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. You guys probably have smelled this and you probably love it. I mean, I honestly feel like what's not to love with this one? It has apples and grapes, so it has that like fruity sweetness, but it also has Peru balsam and suede and deeper notes that ground it and make it a little bit more kind of woody, earthy, a little bit more unisex, maybe even a little bit masculine at times, because it has patchouli, it has iris, it has white woods and amber. And did I mention caramel? Oh my word. Hyped. Yes, it's hyped, but not overhyped because it's so good. Question number 10, what is a perfume that is on the chopping block? Well, I already decluttered 90 perfumes over the course of 3 videos, but would you believe it? There's still some that are on the chopping block, even though I just decluttered all the ones that are kind of like ones that I didn't love or ones that I wasn't reaching for, and those are going to be sold. Go back and watch those videos if you want, and contact me if you're interested in purchasing any of them. One of the ones that I had kept was Philosophy Pure Grace. And I had this in a little face-off between Pure Grace and Pure Grace Eau de Parfum. That one, like the Eau de Parfum version, I found a little bit more of a sharp soapy smell. And this also has a fresh soapy smell. They both smell like a bar of ivory soap. But this one does dry down a little bit warmer. So I thought this is gonna be perfect for me to go on the treadmill. So I wore it to go on the treadmill. And I didn't really enjoy it. Like, I honestly felt like I had rubbed a bar of ivory soap all over myself, and I thought, this just isn't it. I don't think this is gonna work for me. Now, I do wanna give it a chance and layer it with some other things that might need a little bit of that clean freshness. So it's not going to be for sure decluttered yet, but it is on the chopping block. And if I can't find something that layers nicely with it, then it will be chopped. So the next question is, what is the last fragrance you purchased? Well, yesterday was the first day of the Sephora sale, and I did place an order. As soon as I saw Juliet Has a Gun Ode to Dullness, I knew I was going to blind buy it. I didn't even want to get a sample and sniff it first. I want to blind buy that perfume. I'm so confident that I'm going to love it, and I'll let you know when it does arrive. But I'm so confident that I'm going to love it, like that I just wanted to blind buy it to just show myself, like, I'm gonna love this. It absolutely sounds amazing to me. Now, I'm just gonna say something really quick here about a personality test that I did once. I know there are a lot of different personality tests, but like INSFJ, and I've never done that one. I don't really know what I am in that regard. But one that I did that was the most accurate thing that I could have ever imagined was the color personality test, and there were 4 colors: white, blue, red, and yellow. And I did that test. Before I did the test, if someone asked me to describe myself, I wouldn't really know what to say. I would have said, I guess I was kind of shy as a kid, and I'm friendly. I wouldn't have even known how to describe myself. But after doing that test, and the result was I was a white, with, I think, maybe 10 or 25% blue. Blue was like the emotional personality. White is motivated by peace. I'm a peacemaker. I have to be at peace. My whole life has to be, every decision I make is motivated by making sure that I will be at peace and not anxious and not worked up, and no fighting and no arguing, and like, so after you did the personality test and it said you are a white and these are the characteristics about yourself, as I read through those, it was like someone else describing me to a T in ways that I never could have described myself. It was so perfect, bang on, so accurate. It was unbelievable. And one of the lines that stuck with me said, other people might find you boring, but you're not bored. And that's exactly how I feel. Like, I feel like other people would look at what I'm doing and think, well, that's boring, but I'm not bored at all. So that is my ode to dullness. People might think, oh, she's dull. I don't feel dull. I love being dull. I love being at peace. I love just everything being, because that's, to me, not dull. I'm happy. So I just have a good feeling about this. And if I don't like it, I'm going to be so disappointed. But I can always easily return it because it's Sephora, and I appreciate that about Sephora. Easy returns, and I love them for that. I love them. It's worth shopping there just for the ease of returns to me. But I also, in that same order, I might as well tell you, I ordered one of the 4 Kayali Oudgasm collection, and the one that I loved by far, heads above the rest, was Rose Oud. Oh, well, you know I'm having a moment with Rose, and it's an ongoing moment, and I don't think it's ever going to end. And I just love it. It was like a very, maybe I'll actually do the recent samples that I've gotten. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that and kind of go through them and describe them. But I just wanted to let you know that my most recent purchases were Juliet Has a Gun Ode to Dullness and Kayali Oudgasm Rose Oud, and the Kayali Rose Oud from the Oudgasm collection. Okay, you guys, there's only 2 questions left, and I'm having so much fun. I could answer questions like this all day. It's so fun. So the next question is, what fragrance is at the top of your wish list? I do have kind of a big wish list. If you go back and watch my niche wish list video, out of the 10 that were on my wish list, I now own 3. 2 of them I mentioned in my Declutter Part 3, if you want to hear me talk about those. And the third one I'll be talking about in my upcoming 50th birthday haul. No, I'm not 50 yet. Look at me. I'm 49. I'm gonna look back at this video and be like, oh, look, I was only 49. What a little baby. She's so young and so little. But in a couple weeks, I am going to be 50 and I'm excited. I have no problem turning 50. My word, it's a great number. I love even numbers, and 50, it's exciting. I can't wait. So of the 7 remaining from my niche wish list perfume video, that I haven't got yet, I would say the top one on my list is probably still Peregrina by Tamine. I call it Tamine. I've heard people call it Thamine, but that doesn't make sense to me. I just want to call it Tamine. Hope I'm right. Yeah, Peregrina. I wore it to bed the other night. It put a smile on my face. It just, oh, it's a beautiful, like, caramelized rose kind of, but there's lots of amber. Oh, it's so pretty. So I would say Peregrina is probably at the top of my wish list, but if you watched my California perfume vlog video, you'll see that there was one that I wore. It ended up being my #1 favorite perfume that I wore on that trip. Spoiler alert, if you do watch the video, I do tell you my top 3 out of the 20 perfumes that I wore on that trip. Spoiler alert, I'm telling you what my #1 was, because this one has jumped up above those 10 in my wish list video. This has jumped up above those, and now, like, I am going to order it. And it's Jardins de Misfa by Une Nuit Nomade, you guys. Well, that's what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing my sample. I'm wearing the heck out of my sample. I still have like this much left in my sample. And I said to my husband today, I'm like, you want to order me a couple more perfumes for my birthday? Oh, I wish I could turn the camera around. I'm watching the fairy go out my living room window. It's a little bit hard to see through the trees, but now that the leaves are off the trees mostly, you can see the fairy go out. You can see the water. You can see where the fairy docks. But I don't want to reset up my camera. So anyway, just believe me, it's out there. Dirt bike. I do live on a back road. There's some dirt bikes up here. Yeah, so I said to my husband, I'm like, should I just order a couple more? Don't you want to give me a couple more perfumes for my birthday? He's like, yeah. So I'm definitely going to order Jardins de Misfa and maybe Nothing But Sea and Sky. Now, Une Nuit Nomade offers, I think, 25 ml bottles, which would be perfect for me. I don't really even need 50 mils. I definitely don't need 100 mils, you guys. I have, even after decluttering 90 perfumes, I think I still have 135 bottles. Plus, I've actually picked up more that I will be sharing on my 50th birthday perfume haul. Anyways, Jardins de Misfa, that's all you need to know. Top. And my one perfume for life. This is the final question. What is your one perfume for life? That question is almost cruel. You're making me decide. Actually, never mind. It's so easy. It's so easy. It's so easy for me. Crystal Noir by Versace. Oh, you know, I just realized too, I mean, I knew this. The color of the bottle is so my vibe too. EDT or EDP, I don't care. I own both and I own backups of both. Never would I ever be without Crystal Noir. I don't care if it is, I don't care if everyone turns their noses up at this. I don't care if everyone hates it. I don't care. I don't care. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It is, are you okay? Did you hear the atomizer? Okay, I think it was just, okay. So the EDP has coconut and the EDT does not, but all the other notes are the same according to Fragrantica. So Let me read them to you if I can find it. So I'm seeing a little bit of a theme with the pepper and the ginger. And this also has cardamom, which I think was in one of the other fragrances. Oh yeah, Dark Amber and Ginger Lily had cardamom as well. Anyway, so it's just the perfect amount of spiciness. It's like the sweetest parts of those spices. It's gardenia, orange blossom, peony, sandalwood, musk, and amber. But it must be like a sandalwood that is part of my, like, maybe in a past life I actually grew that sandalwood tree. There's some connection, I don't know. There's some connection I have to this. The musk that's in here, I don't know. Like, there's easy question for me. I could wear this any time of year, any time of day. I could wear this to any occasion. This could never fail me. I just love the smell of this. You know, it kind of reminds me of a juicy plum. Like, it does remind me of a plum, even though there's no plum in it. Like, that's that dark purpley but sweet, juicy, and like with the pit and everything, the woodiness, that's kind of what it reminds me of. Anyway. So guys, that was my video. So that's it. I've answered all the questions. I had so much fun doing it. And if you were watching along and your mind was spinning with every answer that you would give, then you are officially tagged. That's all. That's the only requirement. You're tagged. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel. Oh, by the way, I've never said that before. I've never said that before. I have like 500, and I feel like I have almost 550 subscribers, and that is 550 people that have subscribed to my channel without being asked, and I'm just like, wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much if you have subscribed, and I do want to invite you to subscribe to my channel because it's fun. I feel like we're a growing family here, and I just love all of my perfume friends. Listen to me ramble on and on. Oh my god. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I wouldn't have a hesitation.